This is a review of the Coleman MicroPacker LED lantern. I wanted to run through a couple of the features before I turn it on and turn off my living room light so you can see how well it lights up the room. It has a convenient carrying handle which folds flat when you don't need it. It also, by default, shows a light on all sides, but you can bring up a back here which has a reflective side so that you can focus the light out, make it brighter in front of you, but obviously at the cost of light, no light behind you. The on-off switch is right here. The batteries install on the bottom. Very easy to operate. No need for the instruction manual. I didn't bother to open it. Everything else was pretty much came into place. My one complaint about the lantern is a big one, and that is it's simply not bright enough. It's not really a flashlight because you can't really focus the light in front of you the way you can a flashlight. And as a lantern, it simply just doesn't, it fails. It's not bright enough to light a room. The only thing you can do with it is put it, say, right next to you, immediately on a coffee table, and then you can read a book by that light. But in terms of power outage and lighting up a whole room or lighting up a whole tent while you're camping, in my opinion, this light just doesn't cut it. So let me back up a little bit. I'm going to turn the light on. It's obviously very bright when looking at it. The problem is how well that light extends to the rest of the room. So let me come over here to my overall living room light, turn that one off, and now let's take a look around the living room. Now this is a fairly good low light video camera that I'm taping with. You can make out the various features in the room. But as you can see, there's just not a lot of ready light. This is equivalent to a very bright night light, I think. So I would be able to come over next to it and say if I were reading a book up here on the top of the couch, then I'd have no problem. It's bright enough to handle that. But in terms of lighting a whole room for, say, 2 or 3 people to use, it simply doesn't cut it. So at the low price I paid for it, I'm okay with this, but if you are expecting a lantern that will provide a light for, say, a camping trip, a tent, a motorhome, even for a power outage, I would say this is not adequate all by itself.